So it incorporates some many different tools we use right now. And first class environment is kind of like social networking. So it's kind of like Facebook. And you talk to friends, chat online, instant messaging. There are researchers and mentors along with the technicians. So it kind of keeps them online all the time, gives them online friends, and it's a cool program.
It's like a new approach to education where we call students researchers. They get to explore what they already like.
Well, it's a program that helps us teach the teachers what we already know so they can teach us different things that we don't know yet.
Fresh new start.
What it is, the program that accommodates our lifestyle into a new way to see it.
Or the Big Boy program gets twice a week for an hour. There's a lab at Willowbrook High School at Stone. Thank you.
As you can see, our videography perhaps needs a little bit of touching up. So again, just to put this in context, the state of Michigan really has a dropout crisis. You can see that across the state, all students not graduating with their four-year cohort who are dropping out in the fifth and sixth year. There's over 16,000 students a year in the state of Michigan. In Washtenaw County, each year the number is around about 650 students not graduating with their fourth-year cohort. You can see the Washtenaw specific data here with the overall graduation rate for the county being about 83%. The additional lines are breakdown by subgroups, and what you'll see is the state numbers broken down by various subgroups is that highest areas of students who are not completing high school are African American students, Hispanic students, are economically disadvantaged students, and are migrant students. And that is the same with us in the county as well. While we're ahead of the state graduation rates, we're still really at a crisis level in terms of making sure that we're meeting the needs of all students. So just again, to revisit the goals of WAE, the focus is really on our students who are not engaged in the traditional programs, who are not finding success in that area, and offer them opportunities to build the skills that will take them on to higher education and further employment. And to provide opportunities for students not only to complete high school, but again to link them up with the other services in the community and the opportunities beyond high school that everyone should have access to. Right now across the county there are 234 researchers. Our researchers are the students in the program, all the researchers. There's multiple adult roles, and the idea is to create a web or a network, you can see in the graphic, of adults and people involved with each of our researchers to really support them in both their learning and their needs. We have 40 mentors employed. Each mentor works in the online environment with 6 researchers. We have lab mentors, 5 lab mentors who work in the lab and develop a number of projects that are those interdisciplinary projects like Jessica was talking about in the video, and give those students one-on-one individual support when they come to that. The team leaders, there's 4 of the team leaders, and they are responsible for a cohort of 60 students, the entire educational experience for those students. So if a mentor identifies a researcher as needing some extra help or is not meeting the requirements of the program, it's the team leader's responsibility to have some of those hard conversations and to say, okay, what can we do to remove those barriers so you can access the learning. Our technicians, Jeff and Richard, they support all of the adults in the program as well as the researchers through using the technology to showcase what they're learning. Our experts are the highly qualified subject area teachers who assess each project against what are called high school content area expectations. And they also provide individual support and help with development projects to students. Buddies is something we don't have yet because we're a new program, but in the model that this was developed after, which is a model from the UK that's been in existence for 10 years, buddies are successful alumni who remain in the program to help support and mentor the students who are currently in the program. Okay, so the items that make WAE unique. WAE looks very different from a traditional school. It's project-based learning. The curriculum is entirely integrated and interdependent on itself. The standards-based model, I'm going to give some examples of what that looks like. But it's embedded within the program, and the students are attaining the high school standards in order to be awarded credit. While the standards-based model itself is not new, the way that every single project is uploaded into a student portfolio, and there are multiple adults reviewing that student's work and making suggestions on what they can do to further their learning and gain more standards, that matters. Technology in the learning environment is the basis for all of this. The computers in the home, the first-class learning environment. But the real linchpin of WAE is the relationships between the team leaders, the mentors, the experts, and the researchers. I'm going to let Penny explain a little bit more how projects Penny's actually mentored the program as well.
I get the fortunate ability to have not only the implementation experience and see how the program runs from top down, but I'm also a mentor in the program, so it allows me to interact with the researchers and see how they develop their projects and work on the programs and earn credits. The first way, there are two paths to select a project. A lot of the projects there are built already in the system into the learning environment, and so a student could go into the learning environment underneath a biology credits or things like that and pull an already ready-made project, and then they can work with their mentor or the lab mentor to make sure that the project that they're turning in is ultimately going to meet the qualifications needed to receive the proficiencies. The other way they can do it is go ahead and develop their own projects. Say they're really interested in how to build a car engine. They can take those and make that into a project, earning them like JARS credits, earning them technology credits, and all different proficiencies throughout. So they have multiple ways to earn different projects and credits. What we have here is the researchers turn in their projects and they submit them to their mentors. Once submitted to the mentors turn them into the learning environment, into our grade plan, where the experts take a look at it, and you can see here one of the researchers has numerous projects submitted where they different subjects where they earn credits on and proficiencies about. And as we go deeper, once you see, all of those projects are then tied to the standards which each of the projects mastered. This one right here goes related to the health project, the health pregnancy project. This individual researcher wrote a paper on the importance of developing an expert diet and things like that for the pregnancy and while you're eating, so nutrition, so that she also knows what standards were met by this project. Idiot language arts standards, health standards, and also some biology standards. Once the project is submitted, then the researcher gets an award letter, and the award letters go into their researcher's file so that they can always access all of their things that they've turned in, and they can access every credit they've ever earned. The researcher then gets an award letter and explains to them what proficiencies they were hit throughout the program and with that assignment. For Will Run, we've had numerous success stories to look